Like to focus on a heart opening practice, and I'm going to read a little bit from one of my favorite current books by Wayne Muller. It's called A Life of Being, Having, and Doing Enough. So if we ask anyone, child or sage, to point to him or herself, to the seed of his or herself, each one will, without fail, point neither to head nor hands, but right here at the center, the core, the heart. The finger points invariably to our heart. Here is me. Here is where I live. If you're looking for me, you must search here first, in the chambers of my faithful beating heart. Whenever we feel we must speak honestly of the most precious things, we inevitably invoke the heart. Sayings like, she has a lot of heart. My heart goes out to you. Let us together get to the heart of the matter. His heart was broken. Listen to your heart and you will know the truth. I love you with all my heart. Clearly, we are not only naming this elegant, relentlessly beating organ, providing life, oxygen, energy, the expansion and contraction of muscle and blood. We are also invoking that place within ourselves where we are most passionately alive, where what is beautiful and necessary, where we feel the truth of how things are. Only within the quiet intuition and fierce clarity of our heart can we find sanctuary for our life, our calling, our soul. So Wayne Muller is a very beautiful writer, and it just reminded me of the Sanskrit word for heart. I think it's pronounced Hridaya, H-R-D-A-Y-A, and it's loosely translated as that, which does not change, as well as the heart. So I'm going to do a heart opening practice where we focus on the heart, where you will focus on the things that do not change, that you know ultimately to be absolutely true and essential for you to live a full life. So let's begin our practice of heart opening, as well as a practice that emanates from the heart. So let's begin on the mat, seated. So you can come into any comfortable seat. I'm going to start on the cushion, and you can start on a cushion as well if you'd like. Coming to your seat, let your hands rest on your knees or in your lap. Close your eyes and start to be aware of your breath. So as the breath moves in through the two nostrils, imagine that breath moving into the chamber of the heart, receiving gifts of life, oxygen, love. And as you exhale through the two nostrils, feel like you are giving back that which you received: love, joy, peace. Inhaling through the nose into the chamber of the heart, and exhaling that same essence back out into the world. So there's no beginning or end to this breath. It enters the body, giving nourishment to yourself, and you receive it, and then exhaling through the nostrils, giving nourishment to others, where they receive it. Now, picturing that heart in your mind and starting to move from that space. Start to tuck your chin, tuck your tailbone around the spine. Feel like you're moving the heart to the back, behind you. As you round the spine, grab your knees. You might even lift your knees up and then hold on to the knees so the arms straight and the arms are holding you up as you fall back into that heart space. And now start to bend your elbows, holding onto the knees. Bend the elbows, bring them towards the ribs, and then lift the heart, coming into the seated cowl posture. Now the heart is moving forward and up. Head may lift up. And now chin tucks, move the heart back behind you. Hold the knees, drop your weight of your body back. Arms straighten. Inhale, bend the elbows, lift the heart. Move the heart forward and up. Exhale, round the spine. Bring the heart towards the back of the body. Inhale, lift up. Heart lifts. Chin lifts. Last time, round the spine. Bring it to the back. Inhale, bring that heart up. Lift it up. Elbows bend. Chin lifts. And now coming into a neutral spine. Come back to your breath. Start to move the hand to the right. And start to sweep that left arm up on the inhale. Up and over. Maybe that left bicep comes right next to your ear. Maybe you slide that right hand out, lifting the rib cage, and then breathe into that space. Feel like you're opening up the space between the intercostal muscles, more like lifting up as opposed to side bending. And then sweep that left arm up, drop the left hand, and sweep the right arm up and over the right ear. Lift through the right rib cage, maybe slide that left hand out to get a little more depth. And now we're just going to move with that breath. Inhale, lift. Exhale, drop the right hand. Inhale, sweep left arm over. Inhale, back up. Exhale, drop the left hand. Inhale, lift, sweep the arm over. Exhale, drop that right hand. Inhale, lift, sweep the left arm over. Exhale, drop the left hand. Inhale, sweep the right arm over. Exhale, drop the right hand. Inhale, sweep left arm over. Last time, exhale, drop that left hand, sweep right arm over. And then coming into a neutral spine. This time you're going to bring your awareness to that right hand, slide the right hand out and come up onto your right knee, extending left leg out. And now sweep that left arm up and over the ear. For gate posture, or maybe you could call this side plank, supported side plank. And if you'd like, you can make this even more of a heart opener. Balancing on that right knee, lift the left leg up and stay here. Or you can bend that left knee in towards your heart. Grab that left ankle and then pull that left foot back behind you, really opening the heart. Look up past that left shoulder. So you got a lot going on here, balancing, heart opening, opening that left hip flexor. Maybe gaze up fearlessly past that left shoulder. If you still have the bind, release it. Release the left foot down and come into seated. Extend that left leg out along the floor for Janu Shirsasana. Turn and face that left leg, forward fold. If the hands come naturally to the toes, arms are loose, grab the foot, just let the elbows bend in towards the floor on either side of the left leg. Now use that breath, lifting you up on the inhale. Exhale, finding a little more depth. Inhale, lifting you up. Exhale, find a little more depth. Last time, lifting you up. Make room for that breath into the heart. And now lead with that heart, forward fold, and hold the fold, but continue to breathe. Inhaling, exhale, relax. Inhaling, exhale, relax. Inhaling, exhale. Completely surrender over this left leg. And then if you have the bind, release it, walking your hands back over and extend your right leg out. Tuck your left knee in. Plant that left palm, and you're going to roll up onto the left knee this time. Start to stack right shoulder over left. Sweep that right arm over the ear. You can stay right here. You can turn it into a balanced posture. You can bend that right knee towards your heart and then sweep the right hand down, grab the ankle and pull the right foot back, looking up over your right shoulder, balancing, opening, breathing. If you have the bind, release it. Lower the right foot, lower the left hip. Turn and face your right leg now. Shirsasana on the right. Left foot into the right thigh. Right foot is flexed and active. Reach up, find your length. Exhale, forward fold. If your hands naturally come to the feet, just soften your elbows, soften your shoulders, and then find your breath. Inhale, get a little longer. Exhale, get a little deeper. Inhale to the heart. Maybe your body responds naturally, organically by lifting up, making room for the breath. And then exhale, fold in, heart towards leg. Inhale, exhale, soften. Inhale, exhale, deepen. Inhale, exhale, surrender. Hold the fold, continue to breathe. Let the body organically, naturally open with every exhale. You're not forcing. And then lifting up. And rolling over onto your mat, into table posture. In table posture, your hands are under the shoulders, knees under the hips. And it's sometimes helpful just to walk your hands, one hand print in front of the shoulders so you're not at a 90-degree angle with the wrists. And now start to move that heart forward. Draw the shoulders back. Come into your cow posture. Look up. And then as you exhale, draw the heart back into your spine, up behind you. Round the body, chin tucks, hips tuck. Inhale to cow posture. Look up. Exhale to cat posture. Looking down, maybe even looking at the hollowing out of your belly. Inhale, look up. And exhale, cat posture. Now bringing your awareness to that right leg, coming into a neutral spine. Extend the right leg out, press the right heel away so you feel a nice stretch in that right calf muscle. Now plug that right femur bone right into the hip socket and lift up. Keep that left toe pointing to the, or right toe pointing to the floor. You can stay here, sweep that left arm forward. Feeling that left hand reach forward, left thumb rolls up towards the sky. And then lower that left hand, sweep a right leg to the right, perpendicular from the body, and drop that right foot onto the floor. So right foot is flat, right pinky toes into the floor as well as the ball of the foot. Take a deep breath in, come up onto your fingertips for length, and exhale, forward fold. Elbows bend, maybe you come onto the forearms. Maybe you come onto the forehead. Feel the opening with every breath into that right groin muscle. Two more breaths. One more breath. And now plant the palms. Come back up into straight arms and walk that right foot forward to a 90-degree angle. Right foot under the knee. Plant the right hand inside the foot. Hug that right shoulder to right knee and start to turn your heart up to the sky. Stacking left shoulder over right. You can stay here, reaching that left arm up. Maybe fold the left hand behind you, reaching for the right hip crease. Gazing up, just opening that heart. Pull that left armpit back, maybe a millimeter or two more. And breathe. Easy triangle here. And then if the arm is folded, lift up and exhale. Drop that left hand. Plant the left hand, twist to the right. You can stay here with left knee down or tuck the left toes under and pick that left knee up. Keep planting left palm. Reach that right arm up. Nice deep breath in and then sweep that right hand down. And you can keep that left knee up or drop it and walk the hands out, coming onto your forearms for Dragonfly Pose. As low as your body allows you to go without you wanting to run away from the posture. If you go too far, it's neither joyful nor beneficial if all you want to do is get out of it or risk injury. Somewhere in between, and only you know that place. So listen to your heart right now. Where is that place? And planting the hands, lift up. Step that right knee back next to left. Tuck your toes under, rock the hips back, and come into downward dog, lifting the hips high, press the chest low. You can bicycle it out here, bending your right knee, pressing into your left heel. And then bend your left knee, press into the right heel. And then come back onto your hands and knees. Find your breath and bring your awareness to your left leg. Extend your left leg out behind you. Ball of the foot comes to the mat. Press the heel away. This is engaging your leg. Now plug that left femur bone into that left hip socket and lift the left leg up. Staying here or sweep your right arm forward for spinal balance. You can feel that subtle rocking with the breath. And then lower the right hand. Swing that left leg to your left and drop that left foot. Plant the pinky toe, the ball of the foot into the mat. Inhale up onto your fingertips for length. Exhale, lower down. Elbows to the floor. Use your breath to move into that groin space, opening that area that we don't normally feel. And plant the hands, lift up, and bring that left leg forward so you're at a 90 degree on your left side. Plant your left hand inside the foot, snug the shoulder and knee together, and twist to your right. And you can stay here. You can sweep that arm behind you, reaching for the left hip crease. Stack right shoulder over left. And then if that left or right arm is behind you, sweep it back up. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, lower right hand and twist to your left. And you can keep right knee down. You can tuck the right toes under or pick that right knee up. Dragonfly twist to your left. Really press the circle of that right hand into the floor. Move the heart behind you even more. And then bringing left hand down. You can keep that right knee up or down. Start to walk the hands out. Maybe bend the elbows. And start to lower the heart to your edge. Keep breathing. Only the breath is going to tell you if you've gone too far or not far enough. If your mind is wandering, you can go deeper. Use that pose to keep the mind interested in the moment. And now start to plant the hands. Step that left knee back next to right. Tuck your toes under. Rock your hips back. And come into downward dog. Start to bend your left knee, press the right heel in. Bend the right knee, press the left heel in. And this time you're going to step that right foot forward, coming into a lunge. And then plant that left foot flat. And come up into your warrior one. Reaching the arms up, move the heart to the back of the room behind you. Lifting the heart a little further, maybe drop the skull back a tiny bit more. Coming into warrior two, right arm forward, left arm back. Maybe sink it down another millimeter. And then straighten that right leg and come into triangle. Reach forward and down. Stacking left shoulder over right. Gaze over left shoulder past infinity, past that left middle finger. And then as you exhale, look down. Let both hands come down on either side of right foot. Bounce your left foot forward. Move your hips in line with one another. So pulling that right hip back, left hip forward. Nail up onto the fingertips. Move your heart forward and down towards the shin. And breathe. You're going to work into half moon here. So bend that right knee. Start to move right hand forward. This will anchor you. And press into that right leg, right foot so much that the left leg becomes buoyant. You can move that left hand to the waist, just kind of playing with that. Or feel like you're going to move your heart behind you, stacking left shoulder over right. Really plug that left femur bone into the hip. Maybe lift the arm up. Gaze, drishti is into that left palm. And now letting the left hand come down. Lower that left foot behind you and step back into downward dog. Bending your right knee, press your left heel in. Bend your left knee, press your right heel in. Looking between your hands, step your left foot forward, come into a lunge. Hands on either side of left foot. Now right foot goes flat, facing the long edge of your mat. Come on up, warrior one. Arms reach up, feel your heart moving to the space behind you, then lifting it up. Arms moving back behind you, arms alongside the ears. Warrior one. Now coming to warrior two, you want to move this left foot in usually a couple inches so that when you look down, you're imagining a line coming out of your left heel and intersecting in your right arch of your foot. So make your adjustments and then come to warrior two. Left arm forward, right arm back. And now coming to Trinikenasana. Straighten that left leg, reach forward, forward, forward for length, and then tip in. Left arm down, right arm up. Sweep that left hip underneath you, and then move the heart behind you. Gazes up into your right palm or past the right finger. And then looking down. If you're looking up, bring both hands down on either side of the left foot and bounce your right foot forward about 3 or 4 inches, just so you can get both feet flat. So everybody's gonna need to bounce that right foot forward a little different length, but you wanna get both feet flat and then start to move your left hip in line with your right. Inhale up onto your fingertips for length. Exhale, heart towards shin, fold in. Now, ready for half moon on your left. Walk your left fingertips forward in front of that left foot, and maybe more out in front of the pinky toe. Press into the floor so much with that left foot that the right leg becomes buoyant, raises up. Maybe right hand to the waist. You can stay there. You can start to stack your right hip over left. You can reach the right arm open. Feel like you're moving the front of the body towards the back. Heart open. Maybe gaze up into that right palm. And then looking down, plant both hands, step that right foot back, and then step the left foot back next to left, downward dog. Find your breath. And stepping both feet to the front of your mat to a forward fold. Inhale up onto the fingertips for length. Exhale, fold in. Walk your hands on either side of the feet, ankle, or shins, but start to bring your heart towards the shins. Lift the sit bones a little higher. Now softly bend the knees. Just walk your hands up your body, rounding the spine, tucking the tailbone as you walk the hands up. And then when you come to standing, just roll the shoulders up into the ears, down the back. Now coming to the long side of your mat, facing the long edge of your mat. Take a wide stance. Bring the hands to the waist, thumbs on the back, 4 fingers on the front. Lift the heart up. Now lead with that heart. Forward fold. Try to keep the elbows coming in towards one another. Keep the shoulder blades coming in towards one another. Heart is still open even as you fold in. Keep the hands on the hips, but allow gravity to pull your heart through the legs a little bit more. Now planting your left hand down, twist to the right. Press the floor away with the left hand, twist to the right, looking over right shoulder. Plant the right palm, left hand to the waist, twist to the left. Plant the left hand, walk both hands out, come into this long, wide leg, downward dog, so that you can really sink and melt the heart right between the armpits, looking between the legs. Melt the heart in. And then walking the hands back underneath your shoulders, then back and back until the fingertips are in line with the toe tips. The hands are under the shoulders, the elbows start to bend as you gently pull the heart through the legs by pressing the mat forward, bringing the heart backward. And then walking your hands out once again under your shoulder. Start to walk the left knee in and then the right knee in, coming into table posture once again. Coming onto your left hip, staying on your left hip, and then cross right foot outside left thigh. Kind of marinate down into the floor with both hips for a moment. So you're going to think more about moving your internal intestines and the heart to the right. So rather than just say twist to the right, think about moving the intestines to the right, like you're bringing them over that right thigh. Move the heart to the right. Move the right armpit back behind you, continuing to open the heart to the right. Gaze past that right shoulder. You can either hold on to the knee with the crook of your left arm or cross that left elbow outside the right thigh for a little prop to get you a little deeper into the twist. And breathe. Inhaling, get a little taller, make space. Exhale, roll that right armpit back behind you, a little more for depth. Inhale, a little taller. Exhale, a little deeper. Play with it. And then unwinding. One breath to the opposite side. Bend both knees and just come up onto your knees for a second. Windshield wiper the feet over to the left side, fall onto your right hip, and prepare for a twist to the opposite side. Sitting on the right hip and thigh, cross left foot outside right thigh. Take a second here, marinate in. See how it's different, appreciate it. When your breath allows, start to move the intestines to the left. Move the intestines like you're bringing it outside left thigh. Then move your heart back behind you. Move the left armpit back behind you, fingers close to the tailbone. Hold on to that left knee or cross that right elbow outside the left thigh, pressing the two into one another. Inhale, get a little taller. Exhale, twist a little deeper. Roll that left shoulder back. Another smidgen. Inhale, a little higher. Exhale, twist deeper. And then unwind, one breath to the opposite side. And come to seated on your mat. Coming down so that when you lay down, your head won't be off the mat. And reach your arms forward, feet flat. Use the strength of your abdominal muscles to lower you down. And once you come onto your back, keep your knees bent. Just allow your body to sink in. Appreciate the surrendering. Appreciate the gravitational pull. Now start to shimmy your middle finger down and away so you can touch the backs of your heels. Your feet and knees are hip-width distance apart, but you're just moving your shoulders away from the ears to make length so that your fingertips can reach your backs of your heels, preparing for bridge pose. When you're ready, tuck your tailbone, press your lumbar spine in, and lift the heart up to the sky. As you lift that heart further up, you might even be able to bind underneath you. Feel like you're moving heart towards the sun. Sometimes it's helpful to imagine your shins moving forward so that the heart can lift even higher. Find your breath. If you have to bind, release it. And feel each vertebrae come to the floor as you lower down. Hug those knees into your chest. Rock from side to side. Going into a final spinal twist. Bring the arms out into a T, palms face up. Inhale and exhale the knees to the right. Surrender that right thigh to the floor. Left thigh on top of the right thigh. Use your right hand as a little assist here. Right hand to the left thigh. Gentle pressure to encourage a deeper twist. Bring your awareness now to the left armpit. Let that left armpit fall back into the floor. So this is not so much as doing anything as letting the arm open. Bring your awareness back to the breath. I know it wants to wander off. Whatever's happening outside or in 5 minutes or 2 seconds into the future. Just come back to the breath. Notice how it rocks gently the whole body. And if your right hand is on your left thigh, release it. Send the arms back out to T. Inhale the knees up into the chest and exhale them over to the left. Take that left hand, let it rest on right thigh or knee, and look to your right. Sink the right armpit down back to the floor with every exhale. Just notice how the body responds to that abdominal breath, to the diaphragmatic breath. How that connective tissue is now kind of melting and warmed, allowing you to feel so much more alive and open. More fearless, more heartful. Release your left hand from your top of your right leg. Come back into your back. Hug the knees in. Give them a squeeze. Bring the knees into the chest with your hands. Extend your left leg out along the floor and then the right. Coming into Shirsasana, the final pose. You roll one shoulder underneath you, and then the other shoulder underneath you. So you're propping your heart up, offering it, surrendering, having a vulnerability in this posture that's healthy, trusting, inhaling, you're receiving, exhale, you're giving. Inhale, receiving. Exhale, giving. Inhale, pure light. Exhale, pure light. Receiving pure light. And giving back out. Pretty soon, there is no beginning or end to this light. It just is everywhere, and in everyone, and in everything. So you can stay here for just about 2 more minutes, closing your eyes, maybe letting go of the guided imagery, and just surrender to the moment without trying anything. When we imagine being invited to rest in some deep sufficiency, we begin with a simple pause and take nourishment, taking refuge in our heart's restful rhythm. If we take just this moment to be present with ourselves in this way, how might we live and move in the world, emerging from this easy stillness of heart? Being present with ourselves, making choices from our own quiet wisdom, finding sanctuary deep within us, gives birth to a beginner's life toward an unknowable destiny on a path created by our every moment walking it. And all we do is set the course of our heart's desire by the star of our own choosing. Certain we will change course 1,000 times before ever reaching our distant shore, the dream of our soul. You're still in your Shavasana and you'd like to slowly awaken. Just start to stretch, awake, bringing your arms behind you. Just take your 4 fingers over your thumbs and start to make circles with your wrists. And then reversing that circle and let the ankle joints now join in. Start to circle the ankle joints. And then bringing one knee at a time into the chest. And roll over onto your right sides. And using the strength of that top left hand, press yourself up into seated where we began. In a comfortable, easy seat, doesn't matter what that is, might be different for everyone. For the last moment, close your eyes, let your hands rest on your knees or in your lap. Bring your awareness once again back to the breath, moving into the heart. And then out through the nostrils, giving it away. Acknowledging the one thing that's true and authentic for you, your Hridaya, that which does not change. Bringing your palms together in front of your heart. Sealing that vision of what brings meaning to your life. Light in me bows to the light in each of you. Namaste. Thank you for joining me here on this recorded Zoom class. And I hope to see you on live Zoom at some day soon. I teach Saturdays at 9:30, as well as the Yoga Oasis teachers are also teaching outside during the summer. You can try one of them. It's a very lovely place to just take a class when weather permits. Thank you very much.